now, if you're wondering what that big thing is behind me, it's my sling to get out of bed. So that's the big blue red thing. So yeah, it kind of holds me like a fisherman's net. Yeah. So the follower of the fisherman guy is lifted up in a fisher's net every day. But today, guys, I just want to talk about God's grace, and if you notice, I'm a bit more subdued today because I had one of those prodigal children moments this morning because I tried to get on Instagram and I realized my arguments were my ego's arguments. Well, this is a great way to get in contacts, like those people that you really like. This is a way to contact them, and it is. But I realized for myself at this time, it wasn't coming from that. It was coming more from not dealing with the complaint with the Human Rights Commission not working out. Because I have a very black and white response to things sometimes, especially negative things. I either, emotionally become like this wreck and I can't stop thinking about, the thing that's been done, or I try and be like, okay, be like a cartoon character that falls and then bounces right back up like she's fine, and the truth is, I'm not fine. The truth is, I'm really hurt that, I left X because, this might make me lose people, but that's okay. I'm not a fan of Elon Musk. I'm not gonna go into, separating language, but I'm just not. And then I heard this one thing that he was really glib about, and I'm just as a feminist, no, because it was against women, stuff, and so I quit that. And so that was okay, because like I said, but yeah, I realized with Instagram, it wasn't the successful way for me to connect with people. It was just another way for me to get that hit of affirmation. And you know what? That's not what I'm here to do. It's just not. I'm here to promote disability is real. And I guess you could argue that makes disability real. I'm just as susceptible to instant gratification as everyone else. But at the same time, as the book of James says, if I want to be a leader, if I want to be a motivational speaker, if I want to be seen as somebody that people with all levels of disabilities can look up to, then I have to be bigger. Well, that's gonna sound self-righteous, but I definitely feel like I was getting on Instagram for the wrong reason, because I was just starting to get there as a form of building numbers, not building connections. If you see the difference, it was. And honestly, I think there's some other stuff that I had, and it's good to bounce back. I'm not saying if you're one of those people who can seriously fall and bounce back up again, and I have been able to do this just fine, but I think some things have been more difficult. And for example, when I first got on X for that week, I tried the whole thing with talk about your experience with having a disability, and no one commenting, not even a troll. And I'm just like, can somebody please see us? Like, because the problem is you see all those documentaries on Netflix and everything. And by the way, this is awesome for those who have been, assaulted and people, like, having this hashtag and believing that's awesome. And when you see things like that, you're like, great, this is our time too. Like, great, this is our time too, And then you're trying, it's like, cricket, cricket, cricket. And I know there's something to be said for patience, and I think on social media has destroyed patience. I understand world has destroyed that. I do understand that, but it's just really, really freaking disappointing, to be completely honest. And then it just feels so left out of the social conversation that I totally bit the apple of I gotta get more likes. And fortunately, the Holy Spirit just gently, like, pat me on the back until, like, kind of gives me a wig and help the apple gets large. But at the same time, it was just like, I can't believe it. I've become one of those people I used to turn my nose down at, And so, yeah, we get to picture, and no one's perfect. But yeah, it was just really hard because I want to be visible. I'm so tired of people kind of forgetting about the quadriplegic experience, but at the same time, I always feel like I have to be pan disability because which is a different way of saying I feel like I have to mention, like, at least keep it away from this, just the basic quadriplegic experience, my experience, because I don't want to be one of those. I I strive to be more than just my perspective, and because I think we get caught up in, oh, this is just my experience, and my experience is only the important one. I'm not saying that, but it would be nice if quadriplegic perspective was given more credit. And the reason I say that is there was this documentary on Netflix, and it was called Tell Me That You Love Me, and it was about this woman who used this, I forget what it was called, but she claimed that she could help non-verbal clients type out what they were really thinking and show their capacity. Now, the problem with this documentary is because this woman was charged and sentenced because the family felt you were taking sexual advantage of a family member. The problem was that the man didn't get to trying from the camera, and the man had cerebral palsy. And there are many people with cerebral palsy who do have struggles with mental abilities, and but the problem was they did not have someone with cerebral palsy who could kind of articulate, like myself, what he could have been feeling or what it was like to have CP. It was only this gentleman who could not speak for himself, and the family, because of this experience with this aid, was completely, like, overprotective. Like, you didn't even see him alone and somebody asking him a question, like, it was all his family taking care of him, like he was like a 6-month-old, and that's fine, that's what he needed, but it's just extremely unfortunate when your disability itself is kind of presented as the perpetual victim. And that's what's really hard. And I'm trying not to lose it right now because sorry, I just don't want to come across like a victim here, but at the same time, it is extremely frustrating when you have this constant image of yourself as the most vulnerable, the most fragile, the most likely to be taken advantage of. Is freaking scary. And so I just wanted more people to know that no, we're regular people, we can have lives, we can joke. And yeah, maybe in a few weeks when they cancel my account because I went on Instagram and I didn't know that they wanted like your name. Like it does say full name, but they didn't say you cannot use like like when I typed in maternal feminist on Reels, because sometimes I just don't want to go with a lot, especially on social media. And so I typed my screen name in as my full name that I wanted to be on, and because of that, it went against the integrity clause, which means that I was told you have 6 months to basically tell us that you're not a bot. And so I really feel it was a grace from God. It, like I said, it was literally that. And, it's funny too, because when I signed up for Instagram, it took me like 3 tries. Either the timing was off or something didn't work with the handle, so I had to go back. And so that was God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, protecting me, I think. Because if I would have been allowed to, I think I would have just hid in my social media accounts. Because we're hitting that affirmation addiction that I heard from a book once. And so yeah, I really feel it's a blessing. I gotta go soon because I have a meeting for persons with disabilities in the United Church in a couple minutes here. But the point is, I think I really want to thank God for His grace to protect me from completely letting me go into my ego. And I also want to acknowledge that people with cerebral palsy can speak directly for themselves. And so I hope it doesn't seem like I'm falling into identity politics here, but I am gonna speak more directly to the cerebral palsy quadriplegic experience. I know I'm not speaking for everybody, because even quadriplegics have different opinions. Like we're not all the same, but I think I just need to acknowledge this by myself. So when other people forget to acknowledge it, when villains forget to acknowledge it, it doesn't seem like such a big freaking thing anymore. Cause yeah, so just wish me luck on that, and God bless everybody. Bye.